Welcome back to Ref Me Up 2.0, the Rookie Guide. Today we are covering Section 4 of the CCA Football Officiating Manual, Character. Sections 2 and 3 gave you the axioms and the standards, the how of officiating. Section 4 gives you something different. It gives you the who you are expected to be as an official. The personal qualities that define whether you are simply someone who knows the rules or someone who earns the trust, respect, and confidence that the officiating profession demands. 13 principles. Integrity, ethical standards, impartiality, dignity, ambition, patience, generosity, humility, receptiveness, honesty with yourself, leadership, passion, and courage. Not one of them is optional. Let's go through every one. The manual opens Section 4 with a clear, direct statement. Officials are expected to exhibit and uphold the standards of integrity of the officiating profession. The image of an official demands honesty and high ethical standards. Those are not aspirational words. They are a baseline requirement. Integrity is not something you demonstrate occasionally. It is something you uphold consistently, in every game, in every interaction, and in every decision you make while wearing the title of official. The first character principle that follows from this foundation is impartiality. Officials should make every decision based on the circumstances and facts presented, regardless of an official's past history with a particular player or team. This is impartiality at its core. It does not matter if a player has a reputation for holding. It does not matter if a team's coach was difficult in a previous game. It does not matter if a particular player has been a problem in the past. The call in front of you is the only call that matters. History does not change what you saw on this play, on this down right now. You call what you see, nothing more, nothing less. The second principle, no threats and no retaliation. Ever. No official should ever threaten a player, coach, or team with future retaliation. This standard is absolute. It does not matter how frustrated you are, how egregious the behavior was, or what you believe is coming later in the game. You do not threaten, you do not hint, you do not promise consequences. You enforce the rules when violations occur, and only then. An official who hints at retaliation has compromised the integrity of the entire game. Not just their credibility, the entire game. The third principle, realize the importance of your position, and at all times uphold the dignity it demands. You are not just a rule enforcer. You are the guarantor of fairness in competition. Every player on the field, every coach on the sideline, and every fan in the stands is entitled to a game that is officiated with dignity and professionalism. That responsibility does not lift between plays or between games or off the field. The title of official carries a standard. It must be upheld, always. Section 4 continues with the qualities that shape an official's growth and their relationship with the people around them. Have ambition, but also patience, as over-anxiety has ruined many young officials. Ambition is healthy. Wanting to advance, wanting to work bigger games, wanting to be the best official you can be, all of that drives improvement. The officiating profession rewards officials who set goals and work toward them. But ambition without patience becomes its own undoing. Over-anxiety, the urgency to move up faster than experience allows, the pressure to prove yourself on every play, the frustration when advancement doesn't come on your timeline, has ended promising careers before they reach their potential. Great officials develop through accumulated experience. Each game, each situation, each difficult call adds to a foundation that cannot be shortcut. The patience to let that foundation build properly is not passivity. It is wisdom. Know where you are in your development. Be ambitious about where you are going. Be patient about how you get there. Never be jealous of a good break another official gets. Your turn may be next. When a colleague gets a high-profile assignment, a playoff game, a bowl game, or a promotion you wanted, be genuinely glad for them. Not only because it is the right thing to do, but because the officiating community is smaller than you think. Your reputation for how you treat others is part of your professional character. Jealousy closes doors. Generosity opens them. Never use your senior position to embarrass another official. Experience and seniority come with responsibility, not license to humiliate. Senior officials who use their position to demean, belittle, or embarrass less experienced officials destroy the culture of the crew, undermine the development of the game, and reveal their own poor character. The expectation is the opposite. Use your experience to lift others. Mentor, teach, correct with respect. The best senior officials make everyone around them better. Be receptive. Open your mind to new concepts and ideas. The game evolves. Rules change. Mechanics are updated. Points of emphasis shift every season. Officiating best practices are refined through experience and research. An official who closes their mind to new concepts because that's not how we've always done it is an official who is falling behind in real time. Receptiveness is not weakness. It is the intellectual honesty to recognize that there is always something more to learn. The best officials in the country remain students of the game throughout their entire careers. Be open in crew conversations. Be open in clinics and training. Be open when a younger official offers a perspective that challenges yours. The ideas that make you better often come from unexpected places. Be honest with yourself. Unreal expectations place an extra burden on an already intense job. Self-awareness is one of the most important and least discussed qualities in officiating. You must be willing to see yourself clearly, your strengths, your blind spots, your tendencies under pressure, and the gaps in your game. Unreal expectations are a specific trap. An official who believes they never miss a call, who cannot accept feedback, who attributes every poor evaluation to external factors rather than their own performance, that official cannot grow. They are carrying an extra burden of self-deception on top of an already demanding job. Be honest about what you do well and what needs work. Honest self-assessment is not self-criticism. It is the foundation of genuine improvement. Become a leader. If you adopt a philosophy that you're going to help others reach their goals, you will reach yours. Leadership in officiating is not about rank or assignment. It is about attitude. An official who makes it their goal to help teammates, younger officials, and crew members succeed creates value that flows in every direction. This is not idealistic. It is strategic wisdom wrapped in generosity. The crews that function best are crews where every member is invested in everyone else's success. The officials who earn the most trust from supervisors are those who are known for making the people around them better. Adopt the philosophy that your success is built through others' success, and watch what happens to both. Be passionate. If you're passionate about integrity, honesty, and professionalism, you've improved your quality of life through officiating. Passion is what gets you to the field on time when you are tired. It is what drives you to study the rulebook when no one is watching. It is what makes you care deeply about getting the call right, not for recognition, but because the game deserves it. Notice what the manual says passion is rooted in: integrity, honesty, and professionalism. Not passion for the game in a superficial sense. Passion for what the profession represents and what you can bring to it. When you are passionate about those values, you bring them not just to officiating, but to your life. Officiating becomes a vehicle for becoming the kind of person you want to be. Passion is also protective. Officials who are genuinely passionate about the profession take care of it. They protect the reputation of the officiating community by holding themselves to a higher standard, not because someone is watching, but because they care deeply about what the uniform represents. Find something about this profession that genuinely moves you. Whatever it is, hold on to it. That passion is the source of your best work. Be courageous. Doing what is right versus what's popular or safe takes strong will and conviction. Courage is the capstone of character in officiating. Everything else, integrity, honesty, patience, passion, requires courage to act on when the moment is difficult. What does courage look like on the field? It looks like calling targeting on the home team's best player in a hostile stadium. It looks like throwing the flag for unsportsmanlike conduct on a coach whose team is losing by 30. It looks like overturning a call when you know you got it wrong, even though it will draw criticism. It looks like making the right call on a fourth down fumble when the crowd is screaming the other way. What's popular or safe? Those are the real adversaries here. Popular calls are calls that minimize friction, that go with the narrative, the momentum, the crowd, the score. Safe calls are calls that don't require you to stand alone in front of a hostile reaction. Both of those pressures are real, and both of them are the wrong answer when they conflict with what you saw and what the rules require. Strong will and conviction are the tools. You build them through preparation, through knowing the rules cold, through having made thousands of calls correctly in less visible moments, through trusting the process that got you to this game. When conviction is built on competence, courage becomes possible. Let's go through all 13 character standards together so you can hear them as a complete set. Integrity. Exhibit and uphold the standards of integrity of the officiating profession. Ethical standards. The image of an official demands honesty and high ethical standards. Impartiality. Make every decision based on circumstances and facts, regardless of past history with a player or team. No retaliation. No official should ever threaten a player, coach, or team with future retaliation. Dignity. Realize the importance of your position and at all times uphold the dignity it demands. Ambition. Have ambition, but also patience, as over-anxiety has ruined many young officials. Generosity. Never be jealous of a good break another official gets. Your turn may be next. Humility. Never use your senior position to embarrass another official. Receptiveness. Be receptive. Open your mind to new concepts and ideas. Honesty. Be honest with yourself. Unreal expectations place an extra burden on an already intense job. Leadership. If you adopt a philosophy that you're going to help others reach their goals, you will reach yours. Passion. If you're passionate about integrity, honesty, and professionalism, you've improved your quality of life through officiating. Courage. Doing what is right versus what's popular or safe takes strong will and conviction. 13 standards. Read this list before every season. Read it when you have a difficult game. Rate it when you are questioning whether this is worth it. This is who an official is supposed to be. And that is Section 4, Character Complete. 3 themes hold all 13 principles together. First, who you are off the flag. Integrity, impartiality, no retaliation, and dignity are not just in-game standards. They define who you are as an official every day, in every interaction, on and off the field. Second, how you grow. Ambition balanced by patience. Honesty with yourself about where you are. Receptiveness to new ideas. Generosity with your colleagues. These are the traits that sustain a long career. Third, what drives excellence? Leadership through lifting others. Passion rooted in integrity and honesty and professionalism. And courage, the courage to do what is right, not what is popular or safe. These are what separate good officials from great ones. Here is the complete picture, in the manual's own spirit. Integrity and ethics are the foundation. Impartiality and no retaliation are non-negotiable. Dignity is demanded of the position, always. Ambition is healthy when tempered with patience. Never begrudge a colleague's success. Your turn may be next. Never use seniority to diminish someone else. Stay receptive. Be brutally honest with yourself. Led by helping others. Be passionate about the values that matter. And above all, be courageous enough to do what is right, not what is easy. That is character. That is the standard. Thanks for joining Ref Me Up 2.0. I hope you got 1% better today. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next Rookie Guide.
Well, that's a wrap for this section. Hopefully y'all learned something today. If you made it all the way through, then you're a real one, and I hope it brought you closer to your goals. Go ahead and subscribe and share with a football official, fan, or coach.